I had been married for 20 years, and in that 20th year, my husband had revealed to me that he had been unfaithful the entire marriage. I knew something was wrong in my marriage. I didn't know what. I tried to stay and reconcile for my kids, and he then became involved in what I would call a cult.
Are you allowed to tell me kind of what kind of abuse there was?
There was emotional abuse. It's probably the most prevalent that I didn't realize. There was physical abuse. The emotional abuse would last longer until it hit that boiling point, and then a physical abuse would happen, or a different type of abuse would happen. I remember one time I had listened to a Shania Twain song over and over and over, and something happened, and all of a sudden he was nice again. And I thought, oh, I listened to that song enough that it worked. And so then when things had boiled over again, I got that CD back out and I tried it again, and it didn't work, because that wasn't the solution. It wasn't anything I did, it was what he was doing. And I called a friend and said, I need an attorney. Would you like to go interview attorneys with me? And as I was telling more and more things about what was going on, she said, I think you need an ex parte, and I think we need to go to Lafayette House. And I looked at her like, you've got to be crazy. I'm like, nobody's going to believe me. Nobody is going to understand. Lafayette House is going to look at me and go, you guys make way too much money. You need to just go get your own help. And it wasn't true.
What first led me to Lafayette House was I was in a deep and dark place of addiction, and I needed some help. I was on the run from California and came here 25 years ago because my mom lived here.
Do you care to share what you were addicted to?
I was addicted to, well, I started with alcohol and traded one addiction for the next because I had a couple DUIs and I knew I was going to do some really hard time if I continued with that, and I moved on to the meth and was addicted immediately. The meth took me down some roads, and like I said, I was gone to a lot of places that I didn't want to go to. Deep, dark, didn't want to live, I didn't really care, and was on the verge of losing my children altogether. The turning point was I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. I didn't want to go on, and I know I needed help. And the verge of losing my children and everything I had worked very hard to do.
How many children do you have?
I have 3 children and 8 beautiful grandchildren now.
And I met Ashley, victim advocate, and Ashley believed me. When she didn't have to, she believed me. I kept filling out the paperwork, and I just kept asking her questions. Is this abuse? And she would very confidently say yes. And I would like, are you sure? And she'd say yes. And I'd ask over and over again, is this abuse? And she said yes, every time. And I did not realize how much of an impact her confidence in answering my questions and her compassion changed my life. As much as Ashley believed me and that changed my life, Sarah, my counselor here at Lafayette House, is changing my life. She is phenomenal.
Take a breath, it's okay. I know. What would you say to you 3 years ago, 4 years ago? What would you tell that person?
Leave now. Leave immediately. But it's okay. you will have support and you will have help. And leave.
Tell me about your positions that you've had here, because I know Susan was saying you've had a couple and you just kind of keep working your way up. So tell me a little bit about
So
that.
I started as a residential advocate, being with the clients and helping them and advocate for them. And then I was promoted to a peer specialist, which I earned my certificate in, and what that means is I get to tell my story because I have a lived experience. I get to teach the ladies that no matter what you've done and how far you've gone, you can be where I'm at. You can even go further, you know, not to ever give up. It gives me the encouragement to go on and to show others that sobriety and life after a diagnosis or a mess up is possible. To continue to go on. Life is precious, and you don't take any of it for granted.
So many years, I would pray, God, please have something change. Change me, change something. And the fact that I was able to come to Lafayette House at the very beginning of this journey almost feels like a miracle to me.
I can finally say I feel at home. I can finally say I'd love to stay. Everything's been leading up to this moment. I know in my heart that I am home. I can finally say that I am home.